I play Mindseye so you don't have to. Let me tell you. Please don't. Please don't. People kept talking about this game as being just bad as hell, so I wanted to give it a fair shake myself. I regret that decision. You play as Jacob Diaz, who is a former war vet who went on a secret mission with his team to go investigate a ziggurat, which is like an underground pyramid, and they unlocked this power that affected pretty much his drones and technology, and it wiped his whole team out for the most part, and he was unconscious, and yeah. But the ship was a thing called the Mindseye, and they took that from him. His memory got fried, his brain got fried, and now he has memory loss, and he's back in the town trying to figure out what the hell is going on and what happened to his memory. During this whole time, you're just going back and forth to people, not in like the GTA style way where like there's a break in between, because guess what? You don't unlock free roam until 6 hours in, basically. And it's not even proper free roam. We'll get to that in a second. You're going back and forth to these scientists and rich people and politicians, basically trying to understand what's going on, who's connected to this mind's eye thing that happened with him, what's really going on in the world, and all this stuff is happening like in a matter of days. It really seems like it's happening like in 2 days. To wrap this up, turns out this game is similar to Dead Space in certain aspects. This whole marker idea in Dead Space is kind of the same thing here. Inside the ziggurat was this alien race called the Kin, and they affected him and changed his DNA, so now he's kind of one of them, kind of not really, and he's seeing things, and you know, he's able to see and hear voices that he should not be hearing. There's hints, obviously there's hints, but you don't really find this out really toward the end of the game when you finally go and investigate the ziggurat. I hate saying that word. And the gameplay changes immediately. You start doing weird puzzles with crystals and shit and other weird things at the end of the game. I know they wanted to be like a big weird reveal, but it fell flat on its face because it was pretty obvious that it was aliens. I figured it out pretty much early on in the game that, oh, it has something to do with aliens. But anyway, the story is bullshit. Like there's so many times Jacob as a character, I just don't understand why he didn't do certain actions that you would think a soldier would. Like for example, he's listening to a conversation from one of his enemies and they're saying they're gonna go kill this other girl that's part of his team. And he, besides like, I don't know, shooting the man or, you know, doing anything, he just sits there and listen to him because somebody told him not to do that. No, I'm gonna pull the trigger. Now their excuse was he was unkillable, but I doubt that. I seriously doubt that. And another thing, he ends up meeting the person again on top of a rooftop, going to say this hacker that's helping him named Charlie, and she's getting beat up by this dude. And they're on top of a rooftop now. And you think y'all often have a boss fight. No, the boss fight turns out to be just you fighting drones for like 2 minutes. It just kept coming over the rooftop, drone after drone after drone. Such boring gameplay sequences in this game. And you finally defeat all the drones, and guess what? The Jacob pretty much loses every single fight he's been in this game. Almost every boss fight against somebody that was like supposed to be like the big bad, he's lost against them. Waste of time. You're dealing with weird scientists, military soldiers throughout the entire game. None of them really interesting, none of them really charismatic. They all are voice acting really well, because I think the voice talent in this game is actually good, besides Rigby, who was like your security officer lead for Silver Tech Place. But she is like hit or miss with her acting. She can be like monotone and like boring as hell for most of the time. But anyway, the gameplay loop is this. You go to somewhere, because you got to drive everywhere. You drive there, they talk to you, they give you a mission. You drive somewhere else for like 5 miles and they have a conversation in the car every time. It takes like 5 to 10 minutes to get there. Then when you get there, you do a little shooting secret sometimes it's just another conversation, and then you drive back again. Like for example, towards the end of the game, you go to the fucking ziggurat, you say the person in there, you drive back out from the ziggurat, and then they have a conversation, and then you take somebody else that was there and then you back to the ziggurat. Like that is some of the most boring gameplay loops ever. There is some variety in the gameplay. There is like sneaking, you hacking certain things. There's little mini games in between that's like, you know, that wants to keep the gameplay fresh, right? But it fails. It fails because the gameplay is still so boring on all aspects. Like it's a serviceable third-person shooter. Like even the little drone that's supposed to help you powers are kind of mid as fuck. You shock somebody, you can hack a robot, and then towards like the later half of the game, you get grenades. That's pretty much it. The coolest thing I did with the drone was sneaking to this woman's apartment with this little fly thing and investigating and seeing if she was a traitor or not. That was it. To wrap up the story conversation, this is the end of the game. All right, I'm not even gonna sugarcoat it. I'm not even gonna fucking hide it because it's not even worth your time. This is the end of the game.
It looks like some kind of gateway.
It's a portal. Jacob, you're looking at a portal.
There's something moving inside. Looks like beings.
Those must be the Kin.
They're coming, Morrison! They're trying to get through!
Oh my God, Jacob. Did you know what this is? It's the harvest!
And we are the crop.
I'm afraid so, Jacob. What do we do? How do we stop this?
My DNA. I'm Kin, right? Nobody else is dying for me.
That's the ending. Yes, it just ends like that, and then has a separate cutscene after unskippable credits that literally confirms nothing.
Yes?
What the fuck was that? They want you to believe that Jacob has now become part of the technology, I'm guessing, and he's still there in some form, shape, or fashion. Like, they want you to make it seem like he is still alive in the technology and able to do the things that the king was doing with the technology. That's what I'm assuming. But it's fucking ass. Jacob just throws himself into the nobody else going to get sacrificed for me. You barely knew these people. You barely knew these people. The one person you did know who was the best character in my opinion, who felt like the most real, was Seb, and you barely see him for like most of the fucking game till like the end of the game where you gotta save him again, and then he's gone again forever. Everybody interaction that he has this strong connection with, I don't understand how. We talk on the phone about missions and that's it. Like, there was no downtime to be like, yo, we're really cool. None of it. Like, and so when Charlie dies, it doesn't feel effective. When anybody's in danger, I don't really feel effective. The mayor getting shot, by the way, was funny to me, but it wasn't really effective. Like, you know, everybody was dickheads. Like, almost everybody was a dickhead or just like boring. And the cherry on top, after you see that final cutscene, they throw you into a free roam situation as a random character. Look at this. What the fuck was that? Who is this? Who was this? They threw me into the free room as a random character wearing a bra with little bitty shorts on with a tattoo on their stomach as a crazy person, doing podcasts and other little dumb shit. And then you actually get the ability to call in cars and steal cars and do stuff like a free roam game would be. This game sucks. There is no melee. This game sucks. Like, there is really nothing savable about this game besides the visuals. But because the visuals are so good and it's Unreal Engine 5, it doesn't run well. With frame dips, with bugginess, with cars and AI driving to each other, not following street rules, just stacking up against each other. It's a beautiful, soulless city with nothing to do in the city besides these random portals that they created and they want people to create in this game. They want you to do like a Roblox type thing where you create your own levels and have fun with the tools they give you. Because this game was supposed to be in everywhere, which is like this creator tool game, like a Roblox, like a Fortnite now, where you create games like this in their game creator. This game was clearly rushed out just to make more money for that thing. I do not recommend it if you didn't get that. Do not recommend it. It's not even a boring game. It's a broken, bad game. This game would have did so much better if it had a button that lets you skip to destination, because the driving in between missions took so long and it's so boring, especially if you're gonna force somebody to do the story mission and you lock free roam for most of the game. Maybe they locked free roam because they knew there was nothing really to do anyway. And then one of the CEOs or whoever the fuck was saying that Rockstar was trying to lie before the game came out and say that the game was bad to push bad publicity on the game because they're haters basically. No, people previewed this game and came out with bad expectations and y'all did not push it back because y'all knew you had to get it out because y'all needed money. But that's it. I'm done ranting. I needed to get this out of my system because I was fuming. What a pointless ending. What a pointless story. What a pointless game. Just flawed and soulless.